I know our mom's really excited. She's very happy that we've all chosen careers in technology.
My sister told me about her experience, and I was looking to transition. She brought up Springboard, and she told me to take a look at it. I decided why not. I took a prep course, and then that's when she was successful. So I was like, well, if she can do it, then I can do it too.
Yeah, it was pretty similar. I was in the same sort of position where I was working at a children's theater previously, so I was making a major change. And I was looking towards a more stable career. I chose the UI UX career because it just fits a lot of the skills that I've already developed. And it felt matched with my interests. So it felt really great to find that there was a space for me in this world.
I was a billing specialist in accounting. I wanted to do something creative, but technical as well. And so this kind of fit, and then I liked it while I was doing it. Problem solving was always part of every transition that I did, and this seemed to fit the most. I've learned a lot, like so much more than I thought. I needed that structure to learn. You know, in the past, I didn't know how to start. I didn't really have a guide, and I think Springboard definitely gave me that, guidance and structure.
I guess mine were a lot less than what my sisters probably had. I was actually in between jobs because I had to have some dental procedures done, and I've had kind of the luxury of having a lot of free time to really focus in. It's definitely been a learning curve and trying to find better time management skills and how to sort of create a sustainable schedule for myself as a student. But it's been really helpful, and I've been getting lots of tips. Springboard advisors have been really helpful in advocating for that time, that break time, and also pacing yourself. So it's been easy in that regard. So I haven't had, luckily, too many things conflicting with my time.
Mireya, when she first started, she did ask me like a couple of things. Finding Springboard's pretty, in the beginning, they kind of they give you all these instruction videos and all of these lists. So she had a couple questions. We asked our older sister the most since she's done. Coming up near my interviews, I would ask her how hers went, and also about, networking and all other aspects of, throughout my track.
Yeah, they don't hold back. They kind of just jump into a lot of material, but in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming. I feel very much like I'm grasping all of these concepts. My official start date was November 7th. So I'm still early on in my process. I'm just starting off with my capstone project. I'm looking forward to all of the things that I'm going to learn and all of the things that are still awaiting in that journey. I go back and forth with asking my sisters, has this happened to you? Or what do you do in this scenario? Who should I ask in this place? That way I kind of ask them the basic kind of questions that nobody wants to get bothered with. Being early on so far, it seems like a very exciting place to be. It seems like a very rigorous, but still very understanding. And there's ways that you can personalize it, customize it to fit your needs. And I really appreciate that as well. Really happy with what I've seen so far.
At my work, I was very overwhelmed. I was working overtime, I think like the whole week. And so I talked to my mentor, and she's like, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, take your time. You're not going to get everything at once. If you need time, let me know. If you have any questions, you can email me like any day of the week. And then she would just kind of calm me down. And she's like, you're just starting, talk to your advisor too. Just see how you can schedule your time. She's like, it's okay. She's like, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I didn't learn everything at once. And you're learning this in like less than a year. So she's like, don't beat yourself up. And also, I think my student advisor at the time, when I first started, I talked to her on the phone several times about my schedule. And so that helped me a lot. It actually boosted my productivity. That really helped me out. Both my student advisor and my mentor were really great in keeping me grounded, keeping me I can do this. Because I didn't know programming before this. So it was really helpful.
Really grateful to have somebody that's so experienced in their field and that has so much knowledge to offer. That's such a great sort of safety net and resource to have, especially starting out, transitioning in a career. It's grateful to have someone that can sort of guide me through that process or ask the really nitty-gritty questions that you don't really get to ask anybody. It's a really sort of unique opportunity that you don't get anywhere else. I'm looking forward to when we have more meetings and I can sort of get to know her a little bit more, really get into any questions that I might have about the field. I know our mom's really excited. She's very happy that we've all chosen careers in technology. But the response that I've heard from family members is that they're just very excited for us, that we're taking these steps forward in our career. We're making proactive choices to just really succeed, and that we've found sort of something similar that we can all kind of create like a mini community within our family about, and sort of share these shared experiences. Because before we were sort of like all over the place in different careers, so now kind of having something a little similar feels like a little bit more united, but proud is something that they feel, and also excited.
When I was in college, actually, they had some coding courses or exercises online. When I graduated, I took some, but I didn't know how to make that transition. I'm like, I'm already here, maybe I can kind of pivot towards it, but I didn't know how. Every couple years, I would come back to it. It was always an interest. It was always there. And so, when my sister mentioned it, that's when I'm like, maybe I can do this as a job, not just, something on the side. It kind of led me to this path as my career.
Similarly, I had an interest, but I always felt a little scared to try to delve into it. I felt like it wasn't for me. Maybe I just didn't have the skills to sort of do it. I was more of a creative person. But then finding out that all of those qualities can still exist within this world as well. And then when I was in college, there was actually this program that's in Austin that my older sister had told me about, that's called Latinitas, and it's about teaching and mentoring young Latinas to sort of go into the world of technology and find different sort of fields to do it, but that you can also be creative and kind of make tech fun. I kept thinking about that program. I made a lot of friends that were in that organization and that would tell me about it. I never knew how I could get into this world and how I could take the first steps into learning about a career in technology, or where I could even start. And then, when my older sister joined Springboard and told me about her career transition and all of the things that she was learning and how she was able to develop these skills but still transfer over some of the skills that she had learned from previous jobs, it made me feel really confident that this was the place for me, and that I finally had an in into this world, and I wasn't going to let it go.
Within this year, I learned a lot, and I know there's more things to learn about, but I'm hoping to be like stable in this field. I had a lot of jobs before, and I know that at a job you can learn more than you do, watching videos or doing exercises. So I'm hoping to be in this field at a job where I can use my skills, especially that I learned in Springboard, which I know will come in handy, because my mentor says, some of the things that I'm learning are pretty new. So I'm hoping to, be a little bit more stable, just a little bit, but also learn more, because I know there's still a lot more that I don't know, but I feel like Springboard definitely set me up to succeed. I find it exciting. This year, I learned a lot. I still want to. I'm still doing like exercises and practicing and finding out other events to go to. It's definitely something that I want to keep doing for the rest of my life. There might be a new language, or there might be a new software, and so that's pretty exciting, to expect and to learn.
I'm seeing there's so many different avenues that I can go into with UI UX that are really exciting. What I am excited for is to eventually look for that career that can offer that sort of stability and where I can continue to practice and grow. In general, I think I'm excited to just have a portfolio that shows off the skills that I've been able to develop throughout this course. It feels good that I can sort of set goals for myself and see that I can meet them. I feel more confident in interviews. I know that I can create this design that I wasn't able to create weeks ago, which is already so wild for me to say. I think more so what I'm excited for is to really define those career goals, because I think before it was a little all up in the air, and I think what Springboard is really helping me with is defining what those career goals are, how we're going to get there, making a plan to really drive forward. And I think having that is going to be really, really great, and seeing how I can navigate that going forward. Research
what you might like, especially Springboard. I think it provides a lot of careers where you can transition to. It's scary, but if you don't do it now, then when are you going to do it? Like 2 years ago, I said, well, I could have been done 2 years ago. I could have been done 3 years ago. And then last year, I was the same. I was like, wait, if by next year, I'll be done. So stop pushing it and start doing it.
Yeah, seeing her be so successful. I mean, she's kind of always been like a little pioneer in our family for like moving things forward. I mentioned that we went to the same university and now we're all in tech. But really seeing her have the confidence to just take that leap forward. Who knows if it's going to work, but we're just going to try something out, see if it sticks. But seeing her be so successful with this choice and also feel so confident navigating this new space, I think it really made me feel like, okay, this is definitely a path where I feel safe going down and navigating. And I know that somebody has already been successful in it before, and I trust their opinion on it, so I feel even safer navigating this space.
Springboard really helped me, especially like, balancing my job and this course. It's not only about learning new languages or whatever you're learning. It's definitely the mentorship, definitely, the coaches and, the advisors, from your schedule to your classes to, your networking or whatever it is. They're always there to support you. And I just like that about the course. And I'm kind of glad my sister told me about it and then her friend told her about it. So it's just hearing all these success stories is definitely influenced me and my little sister. But yeah, I just wanted to say that